have nothing to do with breathing. Movement can control and take process in breathing automatically, naturally. This kind of meditation can keep you awake. Drowsiness and sleepiness find no chance to attack you. As I said before, after the lesion of light are soaked with sensitivity, mind meditate on these basis. In the right time, individually, it's seen through thought will be cut. This breakthrough thought and seeing into the very mind. Please ask me in the simple because when you feel tired of your shoulder, you may practice like this. Take rest on the basis of movement. Touch your thumbs together and feel it. It's quite sensitive. Or even to drop your feet. Don't look down such a tiny thing. You act like a thread, fasten the legs of an elephant on top. Because you do it, as long as you feel here, thought cannot attack. For some night when you can't keep my eye closed, many thoughts attack. That is our problem. Problem of humankind in modern era. Think. So we need to awake another domains to make balance. Not feeling good or bad, but flesh and flesh. Flesh feeling of your flesh. Did you know the great master 1,000 years ago, his name is Nagarjuna, forefather, Martinic school, point out emptiness, sunyata. He pays significance on, in Pali term, in Sanskrit term, Savatsanvedana. Savat means self. San means all, whole body. Vedana means feel. You need to feel your whole body. We not feel it. We think of ourselves. But we do feel our thoughts. Once you feel totally of your being, you are as a man, feel poor and possess only a small piece of land. But one day after he decided to grow a new plant, he found that under his ground is a gold mine. Then he feels poor no more. When we feel whole this, or let's say, when the sensitivity or vitality soak up the whole body, you never feel whole. Because it makes balance between thought, thinking process. Thought always thirst. We think of something, we not think of everything, right? When we think of something, when we think of something, then there is division between in the mind. There is dualistic term. There is polarity. Suppose we are sitting here, or I'm sitting here, speaking to all. If I lost my mind, thinking of my mother and my friends and my. So I think of something, then I escape from reality. I'm not feeling, but feeling sentimental and emotional, but we're not concerned with that. We're concerned with flesh feeling. With this no happiness, no suffering, no good, no bad. And this flesh feeling is not female or not male. The feel of life itself. And Anakachai point out to this as a master key to emptiness. It is the most wisdom, intuitive wisdom in Buddhism. As my ever presented to all of you, that emptiness is not nihilistic. It's not, there's nothing. But emptiness is the fulfillment. We can never fulfill with ideas. And as you know that a man or woman of ideas are very complex. But the fulfillment comes from the sensitivity that soak up the whole lesions of body. And take action to see thought and cut the layer of thought to break through thought. And once one feel free from thought and awareness is something like lesson, as the music chair. This person sit on the chair, this person cannot sit. Where there is awareness, there is no thought. Where there is thought, there is no awareness. When you're not aware, then you feel something move around in thought, in terms of whispering or mental gossip, or let's say you speak in something all the time. This and that, this and that. And the mind is very, very noisy and less restful. So we need a kind of racing, or think of the simile of a cat and a rat. Maybe funny for you. By nature, every cat must cat the rat, right? Neither a Siamese cat, American cat, or whatever. I don't know. We don't know why. No one can give an answer. But if the cat is too small cat, and the rat is quite big, by nature it takes action. And the big rat drag away the small cat. I take a simile to represent. If awareness is quite young, not meditative, mind not meditative, the thought comes and drag away your thought. Thought is very magnetic, attractive. If you observe a man or woman from your window, apartment of your window, you see he walk, and suddenly she stopped. It means something arises in your mind, right? And you turn back and run quickly. It means something arises in your mind. But we have nothing to do with that. We just feed the small cat. We have no need to worry about how the big rat drag away the small cat. You just feed the cat. And when the cat grows big enough, then you take action on objects. So you gather collecting of flesh feeling in each throat. Then you will feel very สียวตั้งตัวแปลว่าอะไร
hypersensitivity
เสียวตั้งตัว
hypersensitivity
hypersensitive. You feel very taut. Even the tip of your finger is very taut. When you come to this point, whenever you touch the floor, or even drinking, or even seeing the people, there is no thought act as a filter. So your seeing is touch. Think of a small boy, a small child, holding hands of his mother, and they look to the Venus star together. They have different way of looking. Mother is grown-up people, full of preconcept. In the mind, full, in the brain, full of preconcept, knowledge. So the way she looked to the sky is different from the young boy. The young baby, he or she just thought something blind in the sky, without preconcept. They know nothing about name or how big, but something blind. And that blindness is the same with the mind. But for the mother, it's different. Mother may try to explain that is Venus, that is big, but that is no thought. I think when we lost sense of touch, we lost hope. Getting in current of thought, definition, nomination, and confused. Mind is limited. Since Thailand were under control of colonization of any country. So grown-up people like myself cannot speak English. And you learn sometimes television, cartoon books, and use English twice a year, something like that. But although language is need in communication, but in practice language is nothing. In Chinese term, they have wotao. Wotao means you need to go before words. When you move like this, there is no single word. Suppose I move and I think in my mind, I want to move. That's the word, meaning and concept. So you can't feel, you can't touch your movement. Each stroke, when you stop, there's no word. But if you're still saying something inside, it's wording. So it prevents you to feel the touch. Something like you have itching in your feet, scratching. But if you scratch outside the shoes, let's think of what may happen to you. Maybe more itching. When we move our hand up like this, let the mind, not the mind blind, but to know, to feel, to touch. You can practice in any posture. After you recognize this first feeling, then you can apply in daily life while you're cooking or walking in the street. Surrounding cannot disturb you. Moreover, it strengthens your awareness more. That's why we really need a dynamic meditation. But I know that this term is many meanings. For dynamics, when they sing a song and dance, and this is nothing concerned with, but very concerned with fresh feeling. Finally, we want to see thought, particularly at the moment of it arising, because the light changed on that peak. Suppose I sit here, when someone called my name, I wait in language, and I start to move. It start at the beginning first, in thought. Some ideas arise to go back home. As I mentioned in my paper, that if we are the paper people, we awake by some pragmatic or the first thing is to feel or to know, but free from all concept, free from distance, free from time, free from nomination, just a pure knowingness. But in a few seconds, or very fast, it became another step. Conception not come. And myself, self-images arise. Self-images is like a hologram. For this term, I experienced here in Zion Museum in St. Louis 7 years ago. And from that experience, it's very good for me to take in or simply to explain to the audience about elusive self-images. When I stand in front of my mother, I feel that I'm her son. But when I stand in front of my child, my children, I feel I'm his father, the father. So self-images play many roles. But it's something like a person holds the thought of fire and move round and round. It seems there's a fire circle, a circle of fire. But in fact, that is illusion. From many facets, many corners of our life, we feel ourselves is real, very real. And by that attachment, we cover our self-nature. Feeling is our self-nature. And pure awareness is the essence of self-nature. Or think of the mirage, during the midsummer, in the desert, or when you drive in the road, the temperature makes the atmosphere many layers and different in. So it makes a mirage reflect as the water or something in front of you. If it is your first experience, it will treat you completely as real, right? But once when you enter into the center of happening, you know exactly that what has been, there's nothing there. And then you come back again to the first standpoint. It manifests again. But for the second time, you know completely there's nothing. It cannot cheat you. We feel strongly that we are someone. Someone who walks in the street, someone who loves, someone who hates, cloud, jealousy. And we never examine that. We never measure that. Self-images is real or unreal. But we class that I am what I am. And many persons need to change one's own self-images to be like Mr. Clinton or like a film star or person. In fact, it has nothing to do with yourself. It is a kind of illusion. Illusion I use in terms of no negative, but not positive. It is what it is, like me life. It is not good or bad in the same. So certain images is a reflection in us to successfully remain relatively and remain in worldly affairs. Because we need, when someone called me that, Khemananda, I said, yes. But this very self-nature never named Khemananda. It is wrong to say that there is Chinese heat, right? Or there is no Louis fire. Fire is just fire. There is no Bangkok fire, as well as consciousness, as well as an origin mind. Although it is larger individual, but share the same essence. When we say I'm a woman, I'm a man, is we supposed to be. But once when we get into the feeling, this feeling is not man, not woman. Because man, woman is on the surface, in relatively everything. It is wrong to say that my ma is a woman, or my ma is a man. That is not true, since the reflection of self-images is not there, but it is there. Once the self-images is construct from thought's way, thought after thought, then it construct into a seeming permanent self-image. And we protect it very much. If someone touched images of Khemananda, my name is Khemananda, his body may move and angry. But I never aware of the self-nature. Self-nature that is feel all the time. Because of self-images, cover up blind. You need to discover. And discover in this term means cover it no more. Discover. As Christopher Columbus just discovered the American continent. And this is the key to discover. Because each stroke cut the current and the chains of thought. The thoughts we cut, thought go thinner and thinner and thinner. And once the awareness replaces all, thought find no room. You go like you're sitting in the bank of the racking river, you not fall into it, but you can see it. Once when we can see our thought, that is our big change, as I understand. Because thought is very fast. There's nothing faster than thought. Even tunneling will not come. You're sitting here, you think so many things about myself, maybe you doubt I'm Indian or Thai people or whatever. That is your thought. And all I'm speaking now is thought. Pray in your mind is thought. Only chance that we are free from captivation of thought, in dreamless sleep. Or dead. I'm not sure because I never died. And in practice objectless meditation. But if you kind of self-evaluate, it is true, it is that. So emptiness is not the aim. Like, it is the whole and remain. It is there all the time. Something like Louis. Louis is not the result of my coming, right? Louis exists before I come here to come to St. Louis is just to reveal something that St. Louis always there. That is empty.